Now, I've got one of those life-changing moments for you, so listen up. Did you know that everything around you is constantly shrinking and expanding? Well, most of us, perhaps, thank goodness, never noticed this rather strange phenomenon. Scientists have observed it after decades, apparently, of monitoring space.
Now, concentrate. We are going to talk about distant galaxies and the distortion of space and time.
Yeah, scientists believe they picked up shockwaves from supermassive black holes, which they say could hold information about some of the best-kept secrets of the universe.
Well, I think the people are really interested in what are the surprises that we're getting out of the Webb. First, they want to see the beautiful pictures and be told what those pictures are about. And then they say, well, what's new? What did you find out that we didn't know before? And of course, the big answers are the first galaxies grew differently than we expected, and we don't know why their old predictions were wrong.
But is it possible that with further detection, we can, with new data, have a better understanding of what is actually going on rather than just saying it all points to this thing? Because it seems like there's data, but it's what you're describing seems like it's possible, at least in the future, to have better detection methods.
Yeah, it's always possible that we can change our minds on things because science is always provisional.
Astronomers have found signs of super slow gravitational waves that are distorting space-time as they roll through the universe. Scientists have detected gravitational waves in the past, but at higher frequencies from somewhat smaller objects colliding in space. This time, the scientists from Nanograv believe these low-frequency waves are caused by the merging of galaxies. Apparently, when galaxies merge, so do their black holes, emitting these incredible waves.
What's dark energy? Since the Big Bang, the universe has been expanding, with galaxies moving ever further apart. Scientists had thought that over time this would slow down, but actually this expansion is speeding up. And it's thought that a mysterious force, dark energy, is driving this.
It could enormously influence the fate of our universe. How far is it going to expand? Is it going to go forever and accelerate and just get bigger and bigger and bigger more rapidly? Is it going to just rip apart? Or will it perhaps collapse back down again? And understanding that fifth force, if that's what dark energy is, will help us understand, not only where we came from, but where we're going in this universe.
Up in space, at the heart of every galaxy, is thought to be a gigantic black hole. Here's a real picture of the one at the centre of our own Milky Way. It's 4 million times the mass of our Sun. It became that big by colliding with other huge black holes inside other galaxies. Astronomers at Jodrell Bank and across the world think they've detected some of these cataclysmic events.
Pulsars, which are like nature's clocks, really. These are
on the dish of the giant Lovell telescope, Dr. Hannah Middleton tells me that ideas on how galaxies merge and grow have all been theoretical, until maybe now.
We believe that galaxies and the black holes at the centre of them grow over time by mergers, but we haven't got evidence for this as yet. So if this is the signature of these mergers, it teaches us about the formation of galaxies throughout the universe.
Astronomers have made the detections by measuring the signals coming from spinning objects in space called pulsars, which are flashing stars at the end of their lives. Pulsars are the lighthouses of the universe, sending out bursts of radio waves at regular intervals. The researchers noticed that something was changing their speed ever so slightly. They think that it's caused by gravitational waves constantly bombarding the Earth. And the source, they believe, is giant black holes in orbit around each other all across space. These are at the heart of distant galaxies orbiting each other. The forces between them are so powerful that they distort time and space and send ripples of gravitational waves across the universe. The Lovell telescope is among a network of observatories that have picked up these gravitational waves. Astronomers want to use them to study the black holes.
Currently, the signal that we're seeing is a noisy background from all over space. It's a bit like being in a noisy restaurant with people talking all around you. What we hope is that in the near future, we'll be able to zoom in and listen to some individual conversations, take the measurements from individual black holes and be able to really zoom in and study them.
The researchers now have a new way to study the cosmos. They hope to learn how galaxies formed and discover new things that may reveal how the universe first came into existence.
Well, in the past year, we've learned more about the universe than ever before, both in our solar system and also far beyond.
In the space of just 1 year, experts say the James Webb Telescope has transformed our understanding of the cosmos.
And then you can just keep going out in distance until you get near the beginning of the universe, the very earliest galaxies. And we're seeing those galaxies and we're studying them in more detail and learning, you know, they're maybe a bit more developed than we originally thought, but that's why we're taking the data. We didn't know. So we're learning.
It's that there are more galaxies that formed earlier and are more mature than we would have expected, because they were able to look back to 13.5, 13.6 billion years ago. They think the origin of the universe is about 13.8 billion years ago. So apparently galaxies were forming faster than we would have expected. And I think that's the anomaly.
Yeah, it's almost like artwork when you see these images.
It's majestic.
So the quick question.
Making its way through space 1 million miles from Earth is a telescope that takes photos of our universe with detail we've never seen before. Today, this picture's been released. It shows giant clouds of dust and huge jets of gas that eventually release heat and light. You're looking at stars being formed.
JWST is just the latest in a long line of human beings trying to put themselves in context, to say, who are we with respect to everything else? This is a guidebook for us to understand how we came to be.
Don't they look like paintings, all those beautiful colors?
We are bound to learn even more about our beautiful universe.
I never really anticipated just how beautiful the universe is. Webb is the most powerful tool. It's giving us the most clear images. And the clearer these images, the more beautiful they are.
And we're getting an understanding from these images of just like the deepest questions of all, like, well, how did all this happen? Where did all this begin? And the images have been majestic. They've been humbling.
These are snapshots in time too. The light captured in today's picture has taken 390 years to reach us. So was released in the same year astronomer Galileo was on trial over his now proven theory that the Earth goes around the sun.
And seeing space like this is almost like seeing into the past.
These very first objects, these first stars and galaxies, have just taken a long time to get to us. And the light on its way here is stretched into the infrared. And that's why we built a large infrared telescope to see these first galaxies and first stars.
She's a stay-at-home mom with a background in graphic design. Over the years, she's made a hobby out of processing and color-correcting astronomy images in her home office, posting her work on Flickr and Twitter.
You're trying to let us see something we can't see, right? That's hard.
Yes, but there's a natural order of wavelengths. So even though it's infrared, I'm still using the same, I guess, formula to put together an image, where the shortest wavelengths will be represented by blue, and then the medium wavelengths get represented by green, and then the longest then in the red.
All I keep thinking is about that line from that old song, "You must have been a beautiful baby, because baby, look at you now," because the universe is absolutely gorgeous.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about.